Today, I'm excited to discuss why intentionality doesn't just benefit the woman, it benefits the man himself as well. I think a lot of messaging out there is the man needs to be intentional, the man needs to do this, the man needs to be clear for the woman's sake, which is all true. I've said it myself and I stand by it. But there's another benefit that intentionality gives, and that gives to the man. And for the man, that is clarity on, is this woman for me, right? How many times do you hear any man, he's talking about, you may have it in your own circle. I don't know why I married her. She's a headache. She's a hurricane. I can't stand her. She's not good for me. Like, they go on and on and on about this woman they chose, this woman they married. And the question is like, well, what happened? You picked her. You wanted her, right? A lot of men are clear and they know what they want from an attractive standpoint. They know what they're attracted to. They know what kind of woman they want from a physical appearance, right? But when it comes to being intentional, they don't know what they want and what they need from a spiritual, emotional, mental, and supportive, even a financial standpoint, everything other than the physical, right? So we go back to be intentional, be intentional, be intentional, be intentional for the woman's sake, be clear for the woman's sake, let her know what your intentions are. All true. But for men watching this video, for the men listening right now, whether you're thinking about getting married someday, maybe you're engaged, maybe you are already married, intentionality doesn't just benefit the woman, it benefits you because it gives you clarity on what you need other than just the physical. The physical is great. You want to be attracted to whoever you're married, whoever you're interested in, but you need so much more than just the physical, right? How many beautiful women are out there that are single, right? How many got the woman that they just had to have? They had a baby with them. Single, don't want nothing to do with them. She's a headache. She's the worst, right? These are all true statements from men about a woman they chose, they had to have, because men are more clear about what they want from a physical standpoint as opposed to getting clear on what they need in every other category that a man needs. As a husband, you're going to need so much more than something physical. You're going to need that support. You're going to need the prayer. You're going to need someone who's not draining your bank account. You're going to need someone who understands you, who's going to be patient and give you the grace. Whatever it is across the board, you're going to need so much more. But if you're not being intentional, you're not getting clear. You're not just not being clear for her sake. You're not being clear for your sake. When you're clear today, you're able to benefit 10 years down the road as opposed to what you need and what's going to benefit you. What's your legacy? How is that going to be? How's that going to be impacted, right? Because look at the woman you choose impacts you for years and years and years to come, especially if you have a child with her, especially if you marry her. That woman's a part of your story. She's a part of your journey. She's a part of your legacy. And if you did not choose correctly for your sake, it could be a headache or it could be a blessing, right? But clarity, being intentional, doesn't just benefit the woman, it benefits you, because the clearer you are about the kind of woman that you need, that you want, that you desire, that's going to benefit you and your legacy and your children down the road 10 years from now, starts now. And that starts getting clear and being intentional right now. I'm all for making sure you're being upfront, you're being clear, you're letting her know what the deal is. Like, hey, I want to marry you. I want to get to know you. I want to, whatever the case is, whatever your plans are for her, be intentional and be clear for her sake. But you also need to be clear in your mind and in your heart as to what you need and what you want. Because the clearer you are, the more clear you can pick and pursue the woman that you need. A lot of men are miserable right now because they were not clear, they were not intentional on what they needed other than the physical, other than what they needed, right? They were just so focused on what they were attracted to, which is cool, but you need to consider everything else. right? So a little off topic, right? I think I told my wife this when I started looking at jobs in my 30s, mid 30s. I'm 35 now, as opposed to when I was in my early 20s and mid 20s. Two different things, right? In my younger years, who's paying me the most salary? Who's paying me the most money? But now that I've been married for 9 years soon, I got two children, I got a home. It's not just the salary. I'm like, what do those benefits look like? What does the health care look like? What does that 401k retirement look like? All these different factors I have to get clear on so they can help benefit me in the future with whatever company I'm going to team up with, I'm going to partner with. The same thing goes for when you're choosing your legacy partner, your wife. The clearer you are, the better it's going to be for you in the long run. Because a wife ain't just a hit it and quit it. It's not just a one night stand. No, a wife is a legacy defining moment for a man, right? Because she's with you for so long, as I already stated, your children, she's going to affect your mental, your spiritual, your physical. You ever seen some men before and after, like before they got married? They look young, they look cool, they look great. They've been married for 5, 10, 15 years. They look so like terrible. It's like, what happened? Have you been on drugs your whole life? Yeah, they've been on the drugs of their wife. This is miserable. That's killing them. You need to make sure you are really choosing the woman that you're going to spend the rest of your life with intentionality and clarity, because not every woman is for you. Not saying that she's a terrible woman, but she may not be for you, right? So the clearer you are about who you need and what you need, is going to be better for you to choose that woman. But if you're not clear, right? If you're not clear on what you need in your own heart and your mind, you're not going to be able to choose her, in the best possible way that you can. You're not going to be able to choose your legacy partner in the best possible way that you can, because you're more clear about the physical and what you're attracted to, as opposed to what you need and what's going to be, defining for your children, for your finances, for your legacy's sake. A lot of men don't know what they need to even look for. They just want to know, does she look good? Is she bad? Does she look like she can have children? Everything on the physical, but they're not asking, how is she with money? How is she with prayer? What does she do? How is she when a storm hits? You know what I mean? Like, will she listen to me? Does she respect me? They don't ask these questions. They're more focused on and clear on the physical. With the physical, like I said, it's cool. You want to be attracted to your legacy partner, your wife. But there's also other components that need to be considered when you're choosing somebody who's going to be a life defining decision for you in your life as a man. The point and the goal: be clear. Right? Be clear and be intentional about what you need as a man. And the more intentional you could be with her, the more that's going to benefit you. I hope this helps someone. If you have any stories about how you were clear, how you were intentional, or maybe how you wasn't, definitely share it so the rest of us can benefit. We'll definitely catch you on the next video.